I'm Adam Reilly. This is the Scrum, and I got to ask you guys, what has gotten into Steve Grossman? He's going nuts, going after Martha Coakley, especially on driver's licenses, saying that she is sort of a second coming of Mitt Romney, flip-flopping on whether illegal immigrants should be able to get licenses or not. Why is he doing this?
I'll tell you, he has been watching Glenn Ross.
Always
you know,
be closing.
Always be
Always
closing. Always
be closing.
Grossman is at his heart a salesman. Yes, he's a business executive. Yes, he's the ultimate Democratic insider. But look, the guy's a salesman. He's a very successful one, and he is going to make this sale even if he has to leave the Democratic Party bloody on the floor.
Does he risk doing exactly what Peter just said? You know, beating up Coakley so badly that whether she's the nominee or he is, Charlie Baker cruises to victory?
Well, I think that the fairer point is, would she be vulnerable to these kinds of attacks anyway? And I think that the answer is yes. And I think that within the Democratic Party, the thinking is less concerned about that. There is some concern about that, but more, can she hold up to those attacks? You know, and she has to prove it one way or another. They'd rather find out earlier than later.
Well, how do you think she's doing in this case? Her spokesman said essentially, well, the reason Martha Coakley didn't support this proposal is she wanted comprehensive national immigration reform. Now that that hasn't occurred, she's all for doing it at the state level. Is that credible?
Well, it's reasonable. It sounds lame to me. That's probably unfair of me to say because it is reasonable. I don't see what's wrong with her holding her position. I mean, I know there are political costs to bear for it, but I don't know. I'd still like to think some people believe that politicians should believe something.
Yeah, look, this is a long-term strategy, the attack on Coakley. Whatever happens, you know, 98% of the public doesn't even pay any attention to this back and forth we're talking about. So the big picture of, is he making a dent in her huge lead? No. But this is, the reason he's starting early is that this is like a siege on the castle. You find the weak spot, what you think is a weak spot, and you hit it over and over again for a long time. The first 20 might not look like they're doing anything, but hopefully they're weakening the structure. And that's the idea, is that by making her essentially acknowledge that she has changed her position, whatever the reason is, you know, he has sort of chalked up one line in people's minds of, well, maybe she is a flip-flopper, and he'll just keep hitting that to see if he can make it.
You were going to jump in.
Well, when he says a siege on the castle, all I can think of is Monty Python.
It may turn into that. Yeah.
All right, we'll leave it there, guys. Thank you for watching the Scrum. We'll see you soon.